Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me.
My, that kitchen's hot.
What is he?
Oh, I said that kitchen's awful hot. That new candy I'm making just won't ever get cold.
Do you have to make candy today, Essie? It's such a hot day.
Oh, well, you see, I got all these new orders. Well, Ed went out and got a bunch of new orders.
My, if it keeps on, I suppose we'll be opening up a store.
Well, that's what Ed was saying last time. But I said no. I don't know if you'd answer.
The only trouble with dancing is it takes so long. We've been studying such a long time.
Well, only like 8 years, Mother. You've been writing plays for 8 years. We started about the same time, didn't we?
Yes, but you shouldn't count my first 2 years because I was learning to type.
I think the candy's hard enough now, Miss Essie.
Oh, okay, thanks, Reba. I'll bring some in, Mother. I want you to try it.
Finish the second act, Miss Sycamore?
What?
I said, did you finish the second act?
Oh, no, Reba. I've just got Cynthia entering the monastery.
But she's at the Kit Kat, wasn't she?
Well, she gets tired of the Kit Kat Club, and there's this monastery, so she goes there.
Well, did they let her in?
Oh, yes. I made it Visitor's Day, so of course anybody can come.
Oh.
So she arrives on Visitor's Day and just stays.
You mean she just stays all that long?
Oh, yes. She stays 6 years.
6 years? Ma, I bet she bust that monastery wide open.
6 years later.
Mr. Pena,
Yeah?
Mr. Pena, will you bring up one of those new skyrocks, please?
Will do.
I want to show them Mrs. Sycamore. Look, Penny, what do you think of these little firecrackers we just made? We sell them 10 strings for a cent. Listen. Listen. Nice, huh?
Yes. Paul, dear, were you ever in a monastery?
No, I wasn't. Wait till you see the new rockets, gold stars, and blue stars, and the bombs, and then a balloon. Oh, look, Penny, costs us 18 cents to make. We're selling for 50. How many do you figure we can make before the 4th of July, Mr. Pena?
Well, we got 2 weeks left. What day are we going to take them up to Mount Vernon?
About a week. You know, we're going to need a larger booth this year. Got a lot of stuff made up. Come on, we're not through yet.
Wait, Mr. Pena, someone you deeply loved went and entered a monastery. What would you do?
Oh gosh, Mrs. Sycamore, I don't know. It's been so long. Miss Sycamore?
I don't know, Reba. Maybe.
Well, I said play for her anyway, but she's only been home 1 night this week.
Yes, I know.
Oh, Miss Ed's making some mighty good candy today. She's doing something new with coconuts, I think.
That's nice.
We have 6, and then Mr. Pena. And then if Colin Cup comes, that'd make 8, I think? Yeah, I think it's just up for 8.
Reba, I think I'll put this play away for a while and go back to the war play.
Oh, I always liked that one. The war play. Boom, boom.
They'll be better when they're harder, Mother, but try one. I want to know what you think.
Oh, they look lovely. What do you call them?
I think I'll call them Love Dreams.
Yes, that's nice. I'm going back to the war play, Essie. What do you think?
Oh, aren't you, Mother?
Yes. I sort of got myself into a monastery and I can't get out.
Oh, well, it'll come to you. Remember how you got out of that prison? Oh, the snakes look hungry. Did Reba feed them?
I don't know. Reba, did you feed the snakes yet?
No, Donald's coming later, and he always brings the flowers with him.
We'll try to feed him before Grandpa gets home. You know how fussy he is about them.
Yes.
I believe I'll have another love dream.
Mr. Pena was right about the balloon. It was too close to the powder.
Oh, what a love dream, Father. They're on the table.
Oh, no thanks. I gotta wash.
I'm going back to the war play, Paul.
Oh, that's nice. We're putting some red stars after the bombs, and then the balloon. That ought to do it.
You know, Mr. Cullencott says I'm his most promising pupil.
You'd think with 40 monks and 1 girl that something would happen.
Hey, Essie! Oh, sorry. Hey, Essie. Oh, there you go. Check this out. Learn this. Yes. Does that one look like you?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, Whopper girl.
got it. Maybe a little different, but I'm still working on things.
Well, I like it. Remember when Colin Cup comes, will you?
Yeah. Ed, dear, why don't you and Essie have a baby? I was thinking about it just the other day.
Well, I mean, we could. I mean, if you wanted us to. Nancy, what do you think?
I don't care. I believe Grandpa's okay with it.
All right. Let's ask him.
Okay.
Labor play, religious play. I know it's in here someplace.
I was right about the balloon. It's too close to the powder chamber.
Oh, hey, Mr. Megan, anything you want to purchase tonight?
No thanks.
How about some more calling cards?
Still got the first 1,000.
Well, call on somebody, will you?
Right.
Oh, hey, Reba, what's for dinner tonight? I'm ready to print the menu.
Well, let's see. We got cornflakes and watermelon, and then some of those new candies Miss Essie's making. And there was some kind of meat, but I forgot.
Okay, I think I'll set it up in gold-faced Cheltenham tonight.
Does anybody read those things, Ed, that you put in the candy boxes? Oh, here's the wordplay. Poison gas.
I don't like that one.
Oh, I guess that's Donald. Look at Reba smile.
Ah, the boyfriend, eh, Reba?
They're
Hello,
always-
Reba.
Hey, Cole.
Evening, everybody.
How have you been, Donald?
Pretty good, Mr. Ed. How have you been, Mrs. Sycamore?
Very well, thank you.
Here's the flies, Reba. Caught big mess of them today.
Oh, you sure did?
I see you've been working, Mrs. Sycamore.
Yes, indeed, Donald.
How's Grandpa?
Just fine. He's over at Columbia this afternoon, the commencement exercises.
My, those years sure did roll around.
M-E-A-T. Say, why does he go there all the time for anyway?
I don't know. It's so handy. Just around the corner.
I guess.
Oh, Donald. Mrs. Pinion and I are going to take the fireworks up to Mount Vernon in the morning. You think you can give us a hand?
Yes, sir. But I can't bring no money this time. The government finds out I'm looking, they'll get sold.
Oh. Hey, I got a wonderful idea in the bathroom just now.
What?
I was reading Trotsky. It's yours, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I left it in there this morning. What was it?
What?
The idea.
Oh, anyhow, it struck me as a great fireworks idea. Remember? The last days of Pompeii?
Ah, yes. Palisades Park. That's where we met.
Well, I'm going to the Revolution. A 4-hour display.
Say,
Oh, that's wonderful.
Ah, dread fire for the flag, eh?
Sure, and the Tsar and the Cossacks.
and the freeing of slaves?
No, Donald. The Russian Revolution.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Grandpa.
Hello. Well, you should have been there. That's all I can say. You should have been there.
Was it a nice commencement, Grandpa?
Wonderful. They get better every year.
Big classes here? How many graduated?
Oh, there must have been about 2 acres. Yes, sir. Everyone graduated. Much funnier speeches this year, too.
You want to hear a good speech? You should go up and listen to Father Divine.
Ah, no, I'll wait. They'll have them at Columbia.
Donald, will you tell Reba Grandpa's home now, and we won't wait for Miss Alice?
Yes, ma'am. Reba, Grandpa's home. We can have dinner.
Evening, Grandpa.
Evening, Mrs. Pena.
Didn't we make 5 rockets today, Mrs. Pinion?
That we did.
Wonder why they don't have fireworks at commencements.
They aren't loud enough. If you take a good commencement orator, he'll drown out a whole carload full of fireworks. Say, just as much, too.
Don't the graduates ever say anything?
Nah, they just sit there in their cap and nightgown, get their diplomas, and all about 20 years from then, sit there and say, "Where am I?"
Oh, hello, Grandpa. Have a nice day.
Well, have a nice day. Don't I even get a hug?
Well, excuse me, Grandpa.
I'll take a tomato, too. You know, I could use a couple of these earlier this afternoon.
Father?
No thanks.
Mother?
No thanks, dear.
Anybody else?
Play something, Ed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a letter came for you, Grandpa. Did you get it?
A letter? For me? I don't know anybody.
It was for you, though. Had your name on it.
Well, where is it?
I don't know. Mother, where's Grandpa's letter?
What, dear?
Where's that letter that came for Grandpa last week?
I don't know. I remember seeing the kittens on it.
Well, did you happen to notice who it was from?
Yes, it was on the outside.
Well, who was it?
United States government.
Really? No wonder what they want.
Well, there was one before that, too. From the same people. There were a couple
tomorrow, be sure to give them to me.
Yes, Grandpa.
Say, I think I'm going to go out to Westchester tomorrow and do some snake hunting.
It's a beautiful princess who lives in her palace. It's her father. And her mother. And her grandfather.
Right here.
Hello, everyone. And what do you think? Surprised?
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh, Alice, I like it.
Do you?
Well, it's new, isn't it?
Looks nice and summery.
Where'd you get it?
Oh, I took a walk during lunch hour.
You've been taking a lot of walks lately. That's the second new dress this week.
Oh, I just like to brighten up the office once in a while. I'm known as the Kate Francis of Caribbean Company. Well, what's new around here? In the way of plays, snakes, ballet dancing, and fireworks? Dad, I bet you've been down in that cellar all day.
Huh?
I'm going back to the war play, Alice.
Really, Mother?
Yes.
Oh, and play Alice that Beethoven thingy you wrote.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know you can mail a letter all the way to Nicaragua for only 2 pesetos?
Really?
What was it, everyone?
I gotta try that someday.
I'm not home today. A young gentleman is calling for me.
Ooh,
Well, isn't that nice?
Yes, I did everything possible to keep him from coming here. But he's calling for me.
Why don't you both stay to dinner?
No, I want him to take you an easy gnosis. I tried to prepare him a little, but don't make it any harder than you can help. Don't read him any plays, Mother, and don't let a snake bite him, Grandpa, because I really like him. And I want to dance with him as he has to go to Monte Carlo Ballet today.
Who is he? President of the United States?
No, he's Vice President of the Caribbean Company, Mr. Anthony Kirby Jr.
the boss's son?
Well.
His son, just like the movies.
Well, that explains new dresses.
Why, Sherlock
And
Holmes.
not being home for 3 weeks, by the way. Just saying.
Are you going to marry him?
Oh, yes, tonight. Meanwhile, I have to go put on my wedding dress.
Oh.
Is he very good looking?
Yes, in a word. Oh, here, what time is it?
I don't know. Anybody know what time it is?
Mr. Pena might know.
It was 5 o'clock a few hours ago.
Oh, fine. Will you let me know the minute he comes, please?
Of course, Alice.
Yes, I know, but I mean the minute he comes.
Why, of course.
Well, be sure.
Well, what do you think of that?
She certainly seems to like him, if you ask me.
I should say so. Woo, she's got it bad.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if she married him? We could have the wedding right in this room.
Now wait a minute, Penny. This is the first time he's ever called for the girl.
Well, you only called for me once.
Young people are different nowadays.
Oh, I don't know. Look at that and me. Came to dinner once and just stayed.
Anyhow, I think it's wonderful. Don't you, Grandpa?
She certainly seems to think so.
I mean, he must be crazy about her. Maybe he's the one who's taking her out every night. There he is. Never mind, Reba. I'll answer it. Now remember what Alice said, everyone. Be very nice to her.
All right, let's see what we got.
Well, welcome to our little home.
How do you do?
I'm Alice's mother. Do come right in. All right. Now this is Grandpa and Alice's father
How are you?
and her sister Essie and Essie's husband. Now give me your hat and make yourself right at home.
I'm afraid you're making a mistake.
How's that?
My car?
Wilbur C. Henderson, Internal Revenue Department.
That's right.
What can we do for you?
Does Mr. Martin Van Hoff live here?
Yes, that's me.
Well, Mr. Van Hoff, the government wants to talk about a little matter of income tax.
Income tax?
You mind if I sit down?
No, go right ahead.
Thank you.
Mother, is that Mr. Kirby?
Oh, no, it isn't, Alice. It's an internal something or other. Pardon me.
Mr. Sycamore! Mr. Sycamore!
What is it?
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, the fireworks are not going off. Look!
Not here, Mr. Pena. Not here, Mr. Pena. Grandpa's busy. Pardon me.
Now, Mr. Van Hoff, we've written you several letters about this, but not have had any reply.
Oh, that's what those letters were.
According to our records, Mr. Van Hoff, you have never paid your income tax.
That's right.
Why not?
I don't believe in it.
You own the property, don't you?
I do.
And you receive yearly income from it.
Yes, sir.
Between $3,000 and $4,000.
About that.
You've been receiving it for years.
Since 1901, if you want to know the exact date.
Well, the government is only concerned on 1914 on. That's when income tax started.
Wait a minute, you can't go back that far. That's outlawed!
What's your name?
Well, what's it to you?
Ever filed an income tax return?
No.
What was your income last year?
Like $2.20? Isn't that right, Essie?
Yes, sir, it was.
If you please. Now, Mr. Vanderhoff, you know it's quite a penalty for not filing income tax return.
Penalty?
Well, say I will pay this income tax. Mind you, I'm not saying I'm going to. But just for argument's sake, what will the government give me?
How do you mean?
Well, what I mean is, when I walk into a Macy's and I buy something, there, I see it. What's the government going to give me?
Why? The government gives you everything. It protects you.
From what?
From invasion, foreigners might come over and take everything you've got.
Oh, I don't think they'll do that.
If you didn't pay an income tax, they would. How do you think the government keeps the Army and the Navy, all those battleships?
The last time we used battleships was back in the Spanish-American War. And what did we get out of that? Cuba. And we gave that back. Now, I wouldn't mind paying if it was something more sensible.
Sensible? Well, what about the Congress and the Supreme Court and the President? We gotta pay them, don't we?
Not with my money. No, sir.
Now, wait a minute. I'm not here to argue with you. All I know is that you haven't paid income tax. You gotta pay it.
They've got to show me.
We don't have to show you. I just told you. All those buildings down in Washington and the interstate consummate and the Constitution.
The Constitution was paid for long and good go. And interstate commerce, what is interstate commerce anyhow?
There are 48 states, see? And if there weren't interstate commerce, nothing could go from one state to another, see?
Why? They got fences?
No, they haven't got fences. They got laws. Oh my word, I never came across anything like this before.
Well, I might pay about $75, but that's all it's worth.
You pay every cent like everybody else.
Yes, check this out.
And let me tell you something. You go to jail if you don't pay. Do you hear that? That's the law. And if you think you're better than the law, you got another thing coming. The sooner you get that through your head, the better. You're here for the United States government. That's all I can say. Land stinks.
So long.
I love that, Ed.
How did that sound to you folks?
I like it.
Fantastic.
My goodness, he was mad, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, it's not his fault. It's just that the whole thing's so silly.
He forgot his hat.
Say, what size is that?
7 1/8.
Ah, just right for me.
Who was that fellow anyway?
This must be Mr. Kirby.
Better make sure this time.
Yes, I will.
Oh, I hope he's good looking.
How do you do?
Hi.
Is this Mr. Anthony Kirby Jr.?
Yes, it is.
Why, Mr. Kirby, we've been expecting you. Come right in. Come right in. This is really Mr. Kirby. Now, I'm Alice's mother, and this is Mr. Sycamore.
How are you?
And Alice's grandfather, and her sister Essie and Essie's husband.
How are you?
Now make yourself right at home.
Oh, thank you.
Is that Mr. Kirby, Mother?
Yes, Alice, it is. He is lovely.
Say, Mr. Kirby, didn't I hear something about your father or something getting indicted?
No, it's hardly that. He just testified from the Securities Commission.
Yes, I'm sure there was nothing crooked about it, Miss Topina. As a matter of fact, Alice has often told us what a lovely man your father is.
Well, I know Father couldn't get along without Alice. You know, she knows more about the business than anyone.
Well, aren't you young, Mr. Kirby, to be vice president of big things like that?
You know what vice president really means. All I really get is a desk with my name on it.
Is that all? Don't you get any salary?
A little more than I'm worth, I'm afraid.
Now you're just being modest.
Wall Street. Do you like it?
Well, the hours are short, and that's nice. I haven't really been there that long, so...
Just got out of college, huh?
Yeah, just sort of knocked around for a while first.
What'd you do? Travel?
Yeah, a bit. I went to Cambridge for a year, so...
Ah, England. Say, what's an English commencement like, anyhow? Seen any?
Yeah, I did. Very, very impressive.
Really?
Yeah. Fun's over now, though. It's just me facing the world.
Well, you've certainly got a good start, Mr. Kirby. Vice president and a rich father.
Ah, that's hardly my fault.
So now I suppose you're all ready to settle down and get married.
Come now, Penny. I'm sure Mr. Kirby knows his own mind.
Well, I wasn't making up his mind for him, was I, Mr. Kirby?
Quite all right.
You see,
Now, Mother, you mustn't rush him.
well, all I meant was that he's bound to get married sometime. And suppose the wrong girl gets him.
Well, here I am, a vision in blue. Apparently you've had time to get acquainted.
Oh, yes, indeed. We were just having a delightful talk of love and marriage.
Oh, dear. I'm so sorry. I
No.
came down as fast as I could.
I didn't mind at all.
Darn those flowers in the kitchen.
Oh, hey, Miss Alice, you looking lovely. Where are you going?
I'm going out, Reba.
Oh, I'm stepping, huh?
Oh, that must be Mr. Cullencott.
I think we better go, Tony.
All right.
Ripple, you take cream on your cornflakes?
Rabishka! Mother to Rabishka!
Have it out.
Yes, sir, Mr. Goldberg.
Good evening, everybody!
Good evening.
Careful, what do you think? I have received that letter from Russia. The second finding of plan is a failure.
Oh, I practiced today, Mr. Cullencott. What?
My Pavlova.
Oh, Mr. Collicott.
My little Alice. Never ever seen you look so magnificent. Mwah!
Tony, this is Mr. Collicott, Essie's dancing teacher.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Excuse us, Mr. Collicott. We're going to the Monte Carlo Ballet.
The Monte Carlo Ballet. It stinks.
Yes, well, goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.
Looking at you all.
Bye.
The Monte Carlo Ballet.
Come on, everybody. Dinner's ready. Isn't Mr. Kirby lovely?
Yes, I thought he was so nice. He was so good looking.
Hey. Well, he had such nice manners. Did you notice, Paul? Did you notice his manners?
I certainly did. You're getting pretty personal with him.
Oh, no, Paul. Anyhow, he's a very nice young man. He sort of looks like a cousin of yours, doesn't he?
Oh, yes, he certainly does.
And then you have the ballet.
I think if they get married here, I'll put the altar right where the snakes are.
Oh.
You wouldn't mind, Grandpa, would you?
I'd like a
the
church
snakes,
wedding.
Oh, no, they'll want to get married in a church. His family and everything, you know?
Yeah.
Of course. Play the wedding march. Hey, what have we got for dinner? I'm hungry.
Quiet, everybody, quiet. Well, sir, we've been getting along pretty good for quite some time now, and we're certainly much obliged. We'd like to keep our health, but as far as anything else is concerned, we'll leave that up to you. Thank you.
Of course his family doesn't come. Imagine.
So the
Alice
second
marrying
five-year
a
plan
Kirby.
is a failure, eh,
Just
Collecott?
think of it. Isn't it just so exciting?
Oh, gosh. Oh, you want this? Here you go.
Oh, sweet.
There you go. I'm going to take this one.
I could see them dance every night of the week. I think they're marvelous.
Oh, they are, aren't they? Of course, just walking inside any theater gives me a thrill.
Well, it's been so lovely, Tony. I hate to have it over.
Is it over? Do I have to go right away?
Not if you don't want to.
Okay, well, I don't.
Would you like a cold drink?
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
I'll go see what's in the icebox. Want to come along?
Sure, I'd follow you to the ends of the earth.
Oh, just the kitchen's enough.
Oh, I like it. You've done it quite simply, haven't you?
Yes, we weren't sure if we should do it Empire or Neo-Grecian.
So, you settled for what? Frigidaire?
Yes, it's so easy to live with.
Lucky you're not hungry, Mr. K.
Worked.
An icebox full of cornflakes. That gives you a rough idea of the Sycamores.
Of course. Well, if you'll be seated, I'd love to offer you a toast. What do you drink with around here? We go. Sycamore? To you.
Thank you, Mr. Kirby. To you.
You know something?
What?
I wouldn't trade 1 minute of this evening for all the rice in China.
Really?
Cross my heart.
Is there much rice in China?
Oh, terrific. Didn't you read The Good Earth? Oh, guess I ought to go.
Is it very late?
Yeah, very. I don't want to go, though.
I don't want you to.
All right, I won't. Say, when do you take your vacation?
Last 2 weeks in August?
Okay, I might just take mine then, too.
Really?
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I hadn't thought much about it.
Going away, you think?
I might not. I like the city in the summertime.
Yeah, me too.
But you usually go up to Maine, don't you?
Well, as a rule, I do, but you know what I mean, Alice. I'm sure I would love it if you were here.
Well, it'd be nice if you were here, Tony.
Well, you know what you're saying, don't you?
What?
You're saying you'd rather spend the summer with me than with anybody else.
Was I?
If that's true about the summer, how would you feel about the winter?
Yes, I'd like that too.
Yeah. And there's spring and autumn, Miss Sycamore. You can see your way clear around those.
I might.
Well, I guess that's a whole year then. We haven't forgotten anything, have we?
Nope.
Well then.
That you, Alice? What time is it? Oh, excuse me, Mr. Kirby. I had no idea. That is, I didn't mean to interrupt anything.
No, that's all right.
No, Mother.
I just came down for manuscripts. Then you can go right ahead. Oh, here it is. The Smiths take a holiday. Well, good night, Tony.
Good night, Mrs. Sycamore.
Oh, I think you can call me Penny. Don't you, Alice? At least I hope so.
You see, Tony?
What was that?
It's all right, Tony. That's Father.
At this time of night?
Any time of night, any time of day.
You know, you're more beautiful, more lovely, more adorable than anyone else in the world.
Don't, Tony.
Oh. My dear, just because you're mother, all mothers are like that. And Penny's a darling. See, I'm even calling her Penny.
I don't mean that. Look, Tony, this is something I should have said a long time ago. I let myself be swept away because I loved you so.
Darling.
No, wait, Tony. I want to make it clear to you. Listen, you're of a different world, a whole different kind of people. I don't mean money or socially, that's too silly. But your family and mine, it just wouldn't work, Tony. It just wouldn't work.
All right, have it your way. That's why the girl that money, she can't dance. Oh, she can't dance.
What? I still don't call it dancing what she does. Oh, hello. How was the ballet?
It was fine, Essie.
It was wonderful.
Look, what do you people think? Anna Nye to soft Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Think she can dance, Mr. Kirby?
I always thought so.
What does she even do, anyway? Now look, Mr. Kirby, you're Fred Astaire and I'm Ginger Rogers.
Essie, please.
Oh, I only want to use him for a minute. Now look, Mr. Kirby.
Essie, you're just as good at Ginger Rogers. We all agree.
Ha! You see, Ed?
All right. Let's keep going. Button in here.
They've been together all evening. Well, Mr. Kirby, good night, Alice.
Say, Alice, you asked Grandpa about having that baby.
Oh, yes. He said to go right ahead.
Hot
Look, I didn't mind. Anyhow, I'm not going to live with you. It's only you and me.
No, it isn't. It's never quite that. I love you, Tony, but I love them too. I mean, look, I know they do rather strange things, but they're gay and they're fun and, I don't know, there's a kind of nobility about them.
Look, every family has curious little traits. What of it? My father, he raises orchids at $10,000 a bowl. I mean, is that sensible? My mother believes in astrology. That's not worse than your mother writing plays, is it?
It goes deeper, Tony. Your mother believes in astrology because it's fashionable. And your father raises orchids because he can afford to. My mother writes plays because 8 years ago, a typewriter was delivered here by mistake.
Darling, what happened?
And look at Grandpa. 35 years ago, he just quit business one day. He started up to his office in the elevator and came right back down again. He just stopped. He could have been a rich man, but he decided it took too much time. So for 35 years, he's just collected snakes and gone to circuses and commencements. It never occurs to any of them that...
Hello there, children.
Hey, good evening, Mr. Vanderhoff.
Hi, Grandpa.
Looks like a nice summer evening.
Yes, it's lovely, Grandpa.
That's nice.
Well, I'm off. I got a date with the policeman on the corner.
Really? Policeman?
Yeah, got a standing date, 12:30 every night. Known him since he was a boy. He's actually a doctor, but ever since he graduated, he said he always wanted to be a policeman. So I said, if a policeman's what you want to be, then go for it. And that's what he did.
Nice.
Well, see you later.
See ya.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you folks were in here.
It's all right, Donald.
Are you looking at business can here, please?
No thanks, Donald.
Thanks. Did you all have a nice evening?
Yes, Donald.
Nice dinner?
Yes, Donald.
Was that net nice?
Yes, Donald.
Thank you.
Now do you see what I mean? Could you explain Grandpa to your father? Can you explain Donald? You couldn't, Tony. You couldn't. I love you, Tony, but I love them too.
Look, there's only one thing you've said that matters. That makes any sense at all. It's that you love me.
Tony, I know so well,
Don't you think everyone has the same problem, though? I mean, everyone's got a family.
but not like mine.
Well, who cares? I mean, that doesn't stop people who love each other. Darling, why can't you just trust me, go on loving me, and just forget everything else?
How can I?
Because nothing can keep us apart. You know that. You must know it. I mean, they want you to be happy, don't they? They must.
Of course they do, Tony, but they can't change. I wouldn't ask them to change.
They don't have to change. They're charming, lovable people, just the way they are. Everything will work out. Look, you're worrying about something that simply may never come up.
Tony, am I?
All that matters right now is that we love each other. That's so, isn't it?
Yes.
Well then.
Tony.
Now, I'd like to see a little gaiety around here. Young gentlemen calling and getting engaged and everything.
What do I say?
First, you thank the young man for getting engaged to you.
Thank you, Mr. Kirby, for getting engaged to me.
And then you tell him what it was about him that first took your girl at you.
The back of your head.
What?
Uh-huh. It wasn't your money, and it wasn't your charm. It was the back of your head. I just liked it.
Well, what happened when I turned around?
Oh, I got used to it after a while.
We're pretty lucky, aren't we?
I know that I am. I'm the luckiest girl in the world.
Well, not exactly unlucky myself. Oh, really gotta go this time. Until tomorrow then.
Good night, Tony.
Isn't it wonderful that we work in the same office? Otherwise, I'd be hanging around here all the time.
Won't it be funny in the office tomorrow? Seeing each other and then going on as if nothing had happened?
Thank God I'm vice president. That way I can dictate to you all day.
Darling, you're such a fool.
Say, why don't you come up to the drugstore in the morning? I have millions of things I'd like to say to you.
All right.
And then lunch, and then dinner after that.
Tony, what will people say?
It's gotta come out sometime. In fact, if you know a good housetop, I'd like to do a little shouting.
Good night.
Yes, ma'am, Mrs. Pena. We did a good night's work.
That we did. That's right. 300 Black Panthers, 500 militaries, and 18 dozen Junior Kitty Bombers.
Pretty good. Why, hello, Alice. You just come in?
Oh no. I've been home quite a while.
Have a nice evening.
I had a beautiful evening, Father.
Say, I'd like you to take a look at this new red fire. Mr. Pena, turn out the lights, please. I want Alice to get full effect.
Wait, what, Father?
Take a look at this new red fire. There. What do you think of it? Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, yes, Father. Everything's beautiful. It's the most beautiful red fire in the world.
I said to him, you can take your old job.
I'm ready to read you the play, Mrs. Wellington, anytime you are.
Oh, just a minute, dearie, just a minute.
The only thing is, I hope you won't mind my mentioning this, but you don't eat while you're acting, do you, Miss Wellington? I'm just asking, of course.
What a question to ask. Well, of course not. I'm glad you brought it up, though. No, once a performance starts, I don't touch a sweet. The box is put away once I enter onto that stage.
Have you been on the stage a long time, Miss Wellington?
Oh, all my life. Ever seen Pig on My Heart?
Yes.
Great show, ain't it? Say, it sure is hot in here.
You want me to open up the window, Mrs. Wellington?
Oh, don't bother. To heck with the weather. Say, he sure is cute.
She don't mean anything, Reba. She's just acting, and that's all.
Well, anytime you're ready, you can go up to my room and start. I thought I'd read the play up in my room.
Oh, just a moment, dear. Just a moment. I think I'm... Oh, snakes. Oh, my goodness. When I see snakes, it's time to lay down.
Oh, Miss Wellington, there's a real... Oh,
She's
no.
on like a light. You better let her sleep it off.
Reba, Mrs. Wellington just passed out.
Good. Think she'll be all right?
Yes, but I wouldn't cast her into a play.
Well, I suppose I'll just have to wait.
Next time you meet an actress on top of a bus, Penny, I suggest you mail the play to her instead of bringing her here to read it.
And I wish you'd stop messing around and take those love drinks around. You have to be back in time to play for me when Colin Cobb comes.
Colin Cobb coming tonight?
Yes, tomorrow night's his night, but I did change it on account of Alice.
Isn't it exciting? You know, I'm so nervous. You'd think it was me he was engaged to instead of Alice.
What do you think they'll be like? His mother and father, I mean. Ed, what are you doing now?
Did you see the mask I made last night? Go ahead, guess who I am.
Oh,
Hello,
don't tell me,
yes,
Ed.
me.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Helen of Troy?
What? This is Roosevelt.
You know, the nice thing about these reconnaissance, you can make so many different things with them. Last week he was the Empire State Building. This week, it's Queen Mary.
Hasn't got the right mask on.
Hey, say Mrs. Yeah, I'm right here.
Yes, sure.
Go outside, look on the street, see if there's a man in a big black coat.
What for?
Well, every time I go out to deliver these candy, there's this guy, and he follows me everywhere I go.
Right.
And he stands and watches the house.
Ed, you're crazy.
I'm not crazy. Would you please? For me?
Now, I don't see what anybody would be following you for.
Well, there's a lot of kidnapping going on, Grandpa.
Yes, but not a pet.
Hey, well?
There's no one there.
Are you sure?
Just saw him walk away.
You see?
Oh, say, Mr. Sycamore, want to go down to the cellar and help me pack up the fireworks and take to Mount Vernon?
Yeah, gotta take the fireworks at Mount Vernon.
Ed, it's okay. It might have been anybody. Calm down, it's okay. Just go deliver the candy.
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
Mother, may I borrow some paper? I'm making a list for Reba tomorrow night.
Oh, of course, dear. Here's some.
Thank you. Why, what happened to your actress friend? Is she giving her performance?
Oh, no, Alice. She's not acting. She fainted.
Oh. Essie, dear, you're going to give Reba the kitchen all night tomorrow, right? Because she'll need it.
Of course. I'm gonna go start some love drinks now, so I will be way ahead.
Thanks, dear. Look, Mother, I'm coming home at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Will you have everything down in the cellar by that time? The typewriter, the xylophone, the printing press, the snakes.
And Miss Wellington.
Especially Miss Wellington. That will give me some time to rearrange the table and fix the flowers. And I think we'd better have the cocktails ready by 7:15, in case they happen to come a little early. I wonder if I ought to let Reba cook the dinner. What do you think, Grandpa?
No, I don't see what you had to go through all the trouble of making everything nice. I mean, from what I've seen of the boy, I'm sure the Kirbys are very nice people.
Oh, I'm not trying to impress them or pretend we're anything we're not. I just want everything to go off well.
Well, no reason why it shouldn't.
We're all going to do everything we can to make it a nice party.
Oh, my darlings, I love you so much. You're the most wonderful family in the world, and I'm the happiest girl in the world. I didn't know anyone could be this happy. Why, this week has just been like floating. He's so wonderful, Grandpa. Why, just seeing him, you don't know what it does to me.
Just seeing him, huh? Just seeing him for lunch, for dinner, and at 9 o'clock the next morning, you're down in his office, and there he is. Just seeing him.
I don't care. I'm in love. Reba! Reba!
Nice, isn't it? Nice to see her so happy.
Yes. I remember when I was engaged to Paul, how happy I was. And you know, I still feel that way.
Nice the way Ed and Nessie get along, too.
And Donald and Reba, even though they're not married yet. Do you suppose Mr. Pena will ever marry anyone, Grandpa?
Well, there's always Mr. Kollenkoff.
Oh dear, I wish Miss Wellington would wake up. If we're going to read the play tonight.
Miss Sycamore, look what I found!
Why, of course. It's my painting of you as the Renaissance woman. Look, Grandpa.
Oh, yes, I remember it. Say, Mrs. DePenny, you've gotten a little thin, haven't you?
I don't think I've changed much.
Well, it was a long time ago, just before I stopped painting. Let me see, that's 8 years.
Who would have thought the day I came to deliver the ice I would have stayed 8 years?
Yeah, just about right. Glad you stopped, because I was going to have to pose next.
Why did you stop painting it anyhow?
I just started to write a play one day, and that was that. I never painted again.
I wish you would have finished it. I'd kind of like to have it.
You know what, Mr. Pena? I think I'll do some work right tonight.
Will you really?
Yes. Look, why don't you go down to the cellar and put on your costume and bring up the easel? Is it still down there?
I think so.
Where did I put my palette and brushes? Say, shouldn't Kollenkoff be here soon?
Rabiska, Rabiska!
Right on cue.
Yes, sir, Mr. Kollenkoff.
Hello, Mr. Kollenkoff. Essie's in the kitchen.
Oh, hello, Mr. Clark. Grandpa, what do I do about Rabiska? I tell her she's a great toe dancer. She laughs only.
No, Mr. Kollenkoff, I couldn't get up on my toes. I got corns.
You can wear diamonds! Great woman, Grandpa.
Yes. What do you think of that?
What is that?
She's an actress. Friend of Penny's.
She is sick. No?
She is sick, yes. Say, Kollenkoff, how are you?
Magnificent. Life is chasing around inside of me, like a squirrel.
Tis, huh? So, what's new in Russia?
I have received another letter from my friend. I saved you the stamp.
Ah, thanks, Kollenkoff.
They have sent him to Siberia.
Oh?
Well, he has escaped. He has escaped and gone back to Moscow. I swear, Grandpa, if the Russian government does not get him, he will get them. Oh, I can take all of them with just one hand. Ah!
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late, Mr. Kollenkoff. I'll get into my dance coat right away.
You really work tonight, Madame Laura.
Say, Kollenkoff, how's Essie doing?
Confidentially, she stinks.
Well, this is as long as you're having fun, I guess. Isn't that pathetic?
I have met many family members just like this.
You sure don't agree with Mr. Kollenkoff? She's laughing her head off out there.
A great woman, Donald. Tell me, what do you think of the Soviet government?
The what, Mr. Kollenkoff?
I withdraw the question. What do you think of this government?
Oh, I like it fine. I'm on the league, you know.
You like it?
Yes, sir. The only thing is, you gotta go up there once a week and sometimes stand in line for nearly half an hour. The government ought to run better than that, don't you think, Grandpa?
The government ought to stop sending me letters. They want me to be at the government building Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. Look at that.
Ah, income tax. I got you on that, Grandpa.
Yes, they want me to pay a lot of money to Donald here on relief.
You don't say. You mean you're gonna pay from now on?
That's what they want.
You mean I can just come right here instead of standing in that line?
No, Donald, I'm afraid you're going to have to stand in that line for half an hour every week. So.
Well, I don't like it. It brings up my week.
He should have been there when the revolution came. He would have been standing in a line, a bread line. Ah, Grandpa, look what they have done to Russia. The cousin of Tsar, Olga Katrina. She served me baked beans just yesterday at Child's restaurant. It broke my heart, Grandpa. Oh, what a crazy world it is.
Kolokov, the world's not so crazy. It's the people in it. Life is pretty beautiful if you just relax.
How do you relax in times like these?
Well, if people did relax, there wouldn't be times like these. That's just my point. People tend to forget that. I know I did. I was right in the mix of it. Scratching, clawing, a real jungle. But then it struck me. I wasn't having any fun.
So what did you do?
Just relaxed. 35 years ago that was, and I've been a happy man ever since.
Hello, Mr. Kollenkoff.
Ah, hello, my Alice. I have not been able to congratulate you.
Thank you.
May you have many children and be very happy. That is my prayer for you.
That's quite a thought.
Ah, love. Love is all that's left in this world, Grandpa.
Yes, but we have plenty of that.
And soon Stalin will strike that from the world, too!
Seems so nice to get into my art things again. They still look all right, don't they, Grandpa?
Yes, indeed.
You are a breath of Paris, Miss Sycamore.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Kollenkoff.
I didn't know you worked for the WPA.
Oh, no, Donald.
Did it happen again? I tell you, he was there. He was there. He was
Nonsense, Ed. It's your imagination. It's not.
Well, you are out selling candy. Maybe he's just fooling you because he wants a piece of candy.
Yeah, sure, it's fine for you to laugh. But what happens next? I get abducted, I don't even know where I'd go.
You do not know the meaning of following. In Mother Russia, everybody is followed. I was followed right out of Russia!
What? Of course. You see, Ed, the whole thing is just imagination.
Maybe.
Here we are.
Where do you want this?
Oh, put it here, Miss.
For tonight's
Okay.
lesson, we will use the Moonlight Serenade.
Moonlight Sonata?
Sonata.
Say, something happened to your figure during these 8 years?
No?
Oh, snakes. Oh, I saw snakes.
Oh, dear. Not again.
Sorry it took so long, Mr. Kollenkoff. I was looking for my costume.
We have a hot night ahead of us. Art is only perceived through perspiration.
Why, that's wonderful, Mr. Kollenkoff. Did you hear that, Grandpa? Art is only achieved through perspiration.
Yes, but it helps if you have a little talent with it, too.
Are you ready? We begin. Pirouette! Pirouette! 8 years now, you should be able to do this. Artery jack! Artery jack! Little freer with the body, little freer. Hey, help us with the music. Little freer with the music. Grandpa, you cannot relax. Look what happened to the garden here.
It was too late.
Ah, yes, go back to the
evening.
Music is free!
Sit down.
Good evening.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Are we too early or something?
No, come right in. It's perfectly all right.
Yes, only we thought it was to be tomorrow night.
What?
Tomorrow night?
No, it's perfectly all right. Make yourselves at home.
Tony, how could you possibly?
I really don't know. I'm sorry.
Really, Jimmy. This is most embarrassing.
No, it's perfectly all right. This is Alice's mother, Miss Sycamore,
How do you do?
Ed and Essie Carmichael, Mrs. DePena, and Mr. Kollenkoff.
Don't mind my costume. I'll go take it right off.
Oh, and be sure to tell Mr. Sycamore to put on his pants.
Will do.
Sit down, Miss Kirby. May I take your wrap?
Well, yes.
Oh, no. It's perfectly all right. They're in a cage. They're perfectly harmless. Ed, take them into the kitchen.
Of course, we're so used to them around the house. Say, I'll tell Alice that you're I'm sorry,
Alice.
Alice, dear.
I'm sorry, but I feel very uncomfortable about this. Tony, how could you have made a mistake like that?
I don't know, Dad. I
It was
really
very
couldn't-
careless of you. Very.
Oh, now anybody can get mixed up, Mr. Kirby.
Yes, we weren't doing a thing.
Is Alice anywhere around?
Well, I just called her. Alice, will you come down, dear? We've got a surprise for you.
Are you hungry? Are you hungry?
Say, you did come for dinner, didn't you?
Oh, please do not trouble yourself. We are really not hungry at all.
Oh, but it's not a bit of a bother. No. Ed, tell Donald to run down to the A&P and get half a dozen bottles of ginger ale and some canned salmon. Do you like canned salmon, Mr. Kirby?
Oh, please don't bother, Mrs. Sycamore. I have a little indigestion anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. How about